This Sunday, we play our Carabao Cup final against Liverpool in Wembley Stadium. In today's video, I thought it was only right to do an opposition analysis where I'll be asking questions ranging from predicted lineups, strengths and weaknesses, key players, as well as score predictions as well too. Hope you guys definitely enjoy, but before I get into anything, I want to get one big plug out of the way first. I want to give a special shout out to fans.com, and recently they've partnered with legendary commentator and John Motson, who has partnered with them to release his 50 best games of all time. So far, 11 to 50 have been released first. We are going to get that top 10 list very soon, and as you guys can see on screen beside me, these are the games that Motson lists in his top 50, and I have to say I'm a bit personally disappointed by the lack of Chelsea games. I mean, where's our 4-2 win over Barcelona, like one of the greatest games in Chelsea history? And what about that 4-4 draw against Liverpool in the Champions League as well too? I mean, I can go on. We've played many a classic ever since Roman's taken over. We are ranked 14th though. Our game versus Man United in the Champions League final, where we draw 1-1 in extra time to only lose on penalties with the infamous John Terry slip. And of course, Anelka missing that decisive penalty. I feel like whenever we're taking L's in these games, our rank seems to be rising higher and higher in John Watson's list. But let's hope when the top 10 one does get released, we are going to see some more blue love in that top 10. But regardless, you guys, John Motson is immortalizing his top 50 games as NFTs. And, you know, NFTs mean different things to different people. Of course, if you're someone who is already involved in the crypto scene, if you're someone who really passionately believes in it, then why not have a look in the description, click on the link and join fans.com's Discord link to get more information. Not wasting any more time, let's get back to the video where I'm joined today by redmentv to give us the lowdown on Liverpool for this Sunday. So you guys, I want to introduce today's special guest, redmentv, Stephen. Stephen, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, mate. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate the invite.
Appreciate that too. And of course, like one of the first things I wanted to ask you was, what lineup do you see Liverpool and KLOPP picking in the final on Sunday?
Yeah, so we played Leeds on Wednesday, and I reckon 9 of those players are going to play. I think the only change is he's already confirmed he's going to make a change in goal. So Kevin Kelleher will come in for Alisson Becker. Obviously, Kevin's been the League Cup goalie the entire time, so he's going to play. And then Curtis Jones started against Leeds. I think he'll go out for Henderson, which means that makes it an 11 of Kelleher, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip, Alexander-Arnold, Fabinho, Henderson, Thiago, Mane, Salah and Diaz. I think that's the 11 he's going to go for. Jota's been out injured, so I don't think he's going to risk him. If he's 100%, then he'll probably come in for Diaz, but other than that, I'm pretty sure that'll be our 11.
Okay, and you feel pretty confident with that lineup? You think that this first 11 can, give you guys that advantage, give you guys the edge against us?
Again, give the edge is hard, isn't it, to final against Chelsea? And I always say Chelsea, you played in so many finals recently that it's difficult to back against them or say what's going to happen. But I mean, it's as good an 11 as we've got. Like, no one's out injured. Like I say, Jota's the only one. So it's as fully strengthened as we can be. We're on a roll. I think we've actually won every game since the draw against you guys just before the new year. So we're in good form. And again, that includes like all of January where we didn't have the big guns up front. So yeah, listen, it's the team that just beat Leeds 6-0. It's the best we've got available to us. So other than in goal, again, that's just the way it's going to be. And I know you guys are probably in the same boat. But other than that, yeah, mate, I'm pretty confident with the team we've got.
Yeah, okay. I mean, it's gonna be a big game. So I guess for my next question now, considering like the amount of like individual class and options that you guys possess, like even adding like Diaz in January as well too, who do you see being the main Liverpool threat that's gonna really give you guys like a massive like advantage on Sunday?
Well, we've got the best player in the world who plays for us, so it's probably him. For me, I think no one's as good as Mo Salah at the moment, and his numbers are just absolutely outstanding. So he's obviously the main man, like it goes without saying. But like I say, I think the key could be Thiago. He's been excellent since he's come back from injury. Liverpool have had to manage his minutes and his fitness levels, but we're a completely different team when he plays. We are so much better. So in terms of the goal threat, it's Mo Salah. He's out of this world, but in terms of trying to match Chelsea, because I thought in the draw, when we obviously went 2-0 up, but we didn't actually control the game. We were chasing shadows a bit, but it was the Henderson-Milner duo in midfield, Fabinho as a trio, and it didn't really work. So Thiago hopefully can give us that control.
Yeah, I think you're making an excellent point. That 2-2 draw, I felt like our midfield control, we've got like so many great controllers there, Cover, Kante, on top of how they control the game, the way they're able to just counter press to win those midfield duels, win those battles, that gives us a really big edge. But I think Liverpool, you guys are a lot more clinical when it comes to your chance creation. But at the same time, I know that Salah, I always feel like Rudiger has a really good game against Salah every single time. I know if once he's left free for that split second, Salah can make the difference, but I feel like Rudiger really nullifies him quite well. How have you found that?
Yeah, I tend to agree. Again, I mean, he scores, doesn't he, at your place, I think I'm right saying, looking back. So yeah, listen, Mo Salah's brilliant, and he only needs one chance. I agree, Rudiger's played well against us. Kovacic always seems to play well against us. I feel like he saves his best games to play us. So yeah, that last game again, Chelsea completely controlled the game. I know we were 2-0 up, but even at that point, Chelsea were dominating the ball and had the clear advantages in the game. It wasn't a huge shock when they pulled it back to the 2-2. So yeah, listen, I tend to agree with you. Obviously, if things go like we think they're going to go, Rudiger will be up against Salah. My hope is now that with again Sadio's playing up front at the moment without Jota, whoever it is, and with Diaz on the left, it's hard to contain all three of those. It takes a lot. It takes a big effort to try and contain all three. So that's the thing. We won't just try and funnel it through Mo Salah. We've been guilty of that at times in the past. But I think with the other two in form, whoever it is, that does help. But you're right. It says Rudiger's had as much success as anyone can have against Mo Salah. But again, Mo Salah, there could be 7 battles and Rudiger could win 6 of them, but Mo Salah scores the 7th and he comes out on top. That's the thing with him, is his form is just again, he's got 19 league goals and 10 league assists.
Unreal, yeah.
Have you heard the numbers?
The consistency's mad. It's so mad. I still regret the fact that when Salah was here, we just didn't take him seriously enough, didn't really cultivate the talent. But he's prospering now at Liverpool. So to move on with the questions now, I want to find out one key strength and one weakness Liverpool have. Starting with your key strength, what would you say is that strength for the final?
Oh, it's interesting. Recently, to be honest, it's probably been in the form of the two centre-backs as well. Matip and Van Dijk have been playing really well. We were conceding too many goals. We were shipping too many goals. Again, the 2 against you guys when we're 2-0 up, that shouldn't happen. Since then, we've actually put a lid on things relatively well. We don't concede too many anymore. And Van Dijk looks back to Van Dijk. Obviously, he was out with the injury for pretty much the entire of last season. He started pretty slowly this season, but he looks back to his best. Joel Matip's been in great form, scores an amazing goal yesterday, which helps. But that's been a big difference for us. We've scored goals all season. We've scored goals through the entire season. It's just been we've let too many in at the back. In recent weeks, that looks to have gotten much better. So I think that's the key between Liverpool pre-New Year and after New Year, is that the goal return is the exact same. Mo Salah's been the top scorer in the league pretty much since day one. We've just learned to keep the back door closed. In terms of weakness, I think at times you can still control the game a bit too much against Liverpool. I think if you can play press past the counter press, we will leave you space. There's a high line as well, which Chelsea have exploited a couple of times. Pulisic's goal comes from exploiting the high line in the 2 also. As well as we've been playing, there is definitely space. So if the press on the ball doesn't get there and there's an easy ball over the top, I mean, you're putting Pulisic or Werner or Ziyech or whoever, you're putting them in a foot race. And we are quick. We've got quick players, but if the space is there, that is one thing that it's risk reward, isn't it? Is that we want to press high because we want the ball back, and we want teams to play over the top of us, and hopefully our keeper can sweep up or the pass isn't just right. But if you can time that pass to accurately, there isn't actually much we can do about it. If the pass is good and the run's good and the timing matches up, that is one way where you can get him behind. Like I say, Pulisic's goal comes from that, and that's always on against us. It always will be. The line will never change. We will play high line all the time. So in terms of if you're looking to exploit something on Liverpool, there isn't much, but that's probably the one area where you might get a bit of joy.
Yeah, I think that's definitely the areas we need to focus our attentions on. The spacing behind your fullbacks in particular, especially down Trent's side as well too. I think he picks up an assist for you guys in that 2-2 draw. For me personally, I'm hoping we see Pulisic starting. Like, one of the interesting things about our last win was the fact that we finally used like inverted wingers in a very, very long time. Like Pulisic playing his best position down the left, Ziyech on the right hand side. It is opening up like new angles, and I felt like against Lille we were very dynamic. And I do think like with Trent's playmaking ability, it's so world class that I think one way to really try and mitigate like his use of those long balls is to have a winger going at him, forcing them back, keep him in, behind the halfway line. And if we can do that, then I feel okay, Liverpool's fullbacks press back, our midfield can then control things and hopefully make things a bit of a battle. But okay, thank you for giving me the strength and weakness. But I guess now to end things, what is your score prediction? And I mean, of course, you're not going to bet against your team. I'm not going to be betting against my team either. But do you see this being like a tight game, or did you see enough in previous games to think, okay, you know what, I'm expecting a bit of a hammering, for Chelsea?
No, I don't. I just trust your team in finals. There's experience of being there and keeping it. I think it'll be a tight game. My prediction was that we were going to win 1-0 after extra time. And I just think, again, I think it's going to be hard graft. Well, again, nothing would shock me though. Like Liverpool could come and blitz Chelsea. Chelsea could come out. It's two very good teams. But again, I think if it goes by form, we should win, because I think we're in better form overall, not just in terms of results, but in terms of like how we're playing. But again, just like Chelsea have been playing up to, what is it, like you must have been to or watch like so many finals in the last 5-10 years. It's absurd, and I think that does count for something. So I think it's going to be a tight game, but I'm going to back us to win after extra time.
Yeah, I mean, very optimistic. Like, we've had like a very good record against you guys in the finals. Like, obviously that 3-2 win, Carabao Cup 04-05, the FA Cup win when we won the double. We're in the Champions League that season as well too. I do feel like we have like an edge when it comes to playing in finals. And now, like with all like the silver we picked up this season already, and with like Tuchel's record against Klopp, I think he's unbeaten against Klopp so far. I definitely feel like Liverpool versus Chelsea game is always quite entertaining between both managers, both styles, how they kind of just contrast against each other. But I feel now, if with Lukaku potentially not playing in that final, and thus having Kai Havertz as a false nine who gives us more like movement and fluidity, I do think that we'll definitely be like set to take you guys on the counter attack. So I have to go for a win. I've got a 2-1 prediction. I think it's gonna be another tight game, and I think then it'll be decided like right near the end, basically. So thank you for coming on today to give us a bit of a lowdown surrounding Liverpool and what us Chelsea fans can expect from you guys in the final. If you want to give any like plugs or shout outs right now.
Okay, if you guys just want to get the lowdown on anything Liverpool, just if you follow us on Twitter at the redmentv, all the links to the YouTube and all the posts and stuff there. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to get our point of view from on the final, have a listen to the more of our point of view right after what I've just said. Yeah, if you just follow at the redmentv or check it out, you'll find links to everything we do.
Appreciate that. Of course, you guys will find all the links below in the description. And on that note, I'm Nini FC. This is Blue Lines TV. I'll catch you guys later with some more videos. Expect the preview to come out tomorrow as well too, so pay attention to that. See you guys later. Cool.